Okay, we have a gel manicure. So for those who want to soak off their gels from home, we will start by removing the shiny layer or just roughing up and buffing the top layer. So this way the acetone can penetrate more easily through the gel. So then, after you take off the shiny layer, you need cotton rounds or any type of cotton. In order to preserve cotton rounds, I like to take one and rip them in half or fourths, depending on how big the finger is. So you will continue to cut cotton rounds with acetone on each finger. So you can do this for the remainder of the hand. Also, for those super nail people, you have clips at home. You can soak off the gel polish with clips by repeating the process of putting acetone on the cotton round. And this actually makes it a little more convenient. You just clip. So you have your clip version and then you have your foil version. And I would say let it soak for about 10 minutes. If it needs more time, I would check periodically because the gel polish will start to flake. So when it flakes off, then you could start to help it by fouling off or by just taking a wooden pusher. We've done a lot of layers on my client here, so we're probably going to have to expedite it. And if it's not soaking off quick enough, you can just, again, take the file, go over the top. You'll realize that the gel is very soft because it soaked a little bit, and you actually can take off the gel this way too. If you don't want to file, I would just recommend soaking the nail again. Okay, so I don't want to take off the entire layer of gel polish. I like to keep a base layer for structure and support. This way the nail isn't so thin. This is the thumb. It is literally flaking off. So that's what you're going to want your nails to do. And I'm just using my thumb because that's how I do. But you can also use a wooden stick from home. And if you need to help it even more, because I have a thicker layer of gel on her nails, you can just file a little bit more and rewrap with foil. You can use some cuticle remover. I put a little drop, and you can use any cuticle remover, but I put a little drop on each finger. I take my pusher, and I push gently. And you will start to see the cuticle soften and just push back. Just count. Okay, so then you see your cuticles. She doesn't have many, but just a little bit of dry skin, so I'll just clip a little bit. This is not mandatory. I like to use Young Nails Protein Bond. Put a little on each nail, especially near the cuticle. This dehydrates the nail bed and also allows the gel to stay longer. Then I like to use a vitamin infused gel base coat. This is from Gelish. Especially for people with natural nails, you want to replenish the protein and vitamins back into the nail, so I like to use this as a base coat. Okay, and then I like to do a double base with Gelish Structure Gel. Gives a little more durability to the nail. So today we're using Eleanor Rigby by Gel 2 to create this nail look. The pigment is really good, so I like to start with enough, not too much on the paintbrush, but enough. And we're gonna do a negative spacing technique, so I just eyeball it, try to make a straight line, which you can clean up after if it is not straight. If you feel like your line needs to be straighter, you can use a pointy nail art brush with some acetone and just run it across. Again, does not have to be perfect because you're going to do, depending on what you prefer, another coat or two. And then you cure for 60 seconds. Then you will proceed with the second coat. And then to create the line design, I use a skinny line brush, dip it in the polish, and with a steady hand, you're gonna go from one side to the other. And again, doesn't have to be perfect the first time around because you'll go over it the second time. And then you just want to go over it a second time to really define that line. You can make it thicker if you want. It's totally up to you. cleanse top coat or any gel top coat, I like to use non-cleanse because I don't have to do an extra step by wiping the sticky layer off after. It leaves a nice shine. Make sure you cap those free edges so your gel does not peel. Add your oil. And then moisturize with the Honey Collection whipped cream. And here's the finished product of her gel mani. Hope you like it.